Hello everyone, I am Asha Best. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you all are safe. My dear students, today I welcome you all in class 6, Civics, chapter 4, Key Elements of a Democratic Government. In this chapter, we'll read about some of the key elements that influence the working of a democratic government. These include people's participation, that how the people participate in the proper functioning or making of the government. We'll also read about the resolution of conflicts which takes place among us the people, and equality, as well as we'll discuss justice. So let us begin. In the previous chapter, we read about the democratic form of government. Now, what is the role of common people in the proper functioning as well as making of the government? The people play an important role in the proper functioning of a democratic government, which includes elections as well as the working and decision making responsibility of the government. In the previous chapter, we discussed about the types of government, in which I explained you about the democratic form of government. In a democracy, as you all know, that people are the most important, they play a most important role, as they give the government the power to make the country run. They do this through elections, in which they vote for a particular person or a particular party. They elect their representative. The person who get elected, he forms the government. In a democracy, dear children, the government is responsible, or the government has to explain its actions, as well as the government has to defend its decision to the common people. It means that the government is totally responsible towards the people, those who have selected them. Moving forward, now let us talk about election. In a democracy, people cast their vote to elect their representatives who take decisions on behalf of the people. The government is elected for a period of 5 years in India. When we talk about our country, India, we have a democratic form of government here. And in a democratic form of government, the people, those who are 18 and above, they vote and elect their leaders, their representatives, and these representatives work as well as they make decision in favor of the people. Okay, so they work on behalf of the common people. Now, the years for which a government is elected, that is of 5 years in our country, India. Now, let us talk about some of the social movements. People express their views in many ways, like the mass strikes, rallies, and signature campaigns. These social movements challenge the government and its functioning. Like sometimes you must have observed that people they march in a rally to oppose the decision of a government. There are many different ways through which people oppose the government. People do not participate, or you can say they do not accept the rules and some kind of decisions that were made by the government. Like sometimes they go for strikes, like hunger strike. They just sit on the roads and they just march from one place to another. They arrange rallies in which many people participate to oppose the rules or the laws made by the government. Sometimes they organize signature campaigns in which they take a particular point, and on that they work together along with many people, and they participate in opposing the government. These are some of the social challenges for the government, and because of these social challenges, the government needs to function in a proper way, and it can function in a proper way only when they just think of the benefit and welfare of the people, those who have selected the government. Moving forward, recognition to minority. There are certain groups which are considered minority in India. The democratic character of the government of a country would be stronger if the minority people like Dalits, Adivasis, and women participate in the process of the government. Earlier, what used to happen? Earlier, the people, those who were poor, the people, those who belong to minority groups, as well as the women also, they were not allowed to vote. They were not participating in the functioning of government. But in a democratic form of government, if we want to establish democracy in a country, there should be equality, especially among us the minority groups. The people, those who belong to minority groups, they should have equal participation in the process of government. The minority communities and Adivasis participated in the working of the government by demanding the inclusion of Santhali language in the Constitution of India. This is one of the example that how the minority groups just got the power to establish their language in the constitution, that is the constitution of our country. So through this the minority groups gets recognition. There are many movements which took place, many great personalities, they fought for the rights of these minorities. Role of the government we are discussing. Suppose if a religious procession and celebrations lead to conflict. Sometimes it happens that people celebrate their religious festivals, and sometimes, not every time, but sometimes it happens that they lead to conflicts. In that case, the government participates in that. The government, particularly the police, that participates in this conflict in a positive way, so that people can be made understood about the later ill effect of the conflict. Police especially, it plays an important role in getting the conflict resolved, so that they can make people understand that this is not a good thing in a democratic form of government. In a democracy, we should respect each and every religion equally. Like, the police play an important role in getting the representatives of the concerned community to meet and try to arrive at a solution, a peaceful solution of every conflict that takes place in religion. Suppose in a religious that is a religious matter, and people start fighting with each other, that matter should be solved in the most convenient way, in a way in which everybody should be, you can say, they should arrive at a peaceful solution of that particular problem. Now, equality and justice. The key idea of a democratic government is its commitment to equality and justice. As I said earlier also, in a democracy, all the people are equal. No one can be considered higher or lower as per their caste, their religion, their races, and all. Okay, each one of the each one in the society should be considered equal as per the democratic form of government, and they should get equal justice also. The minority communities were denied of many facilities. Earlier it used to happen, okay, that the minority communities, the people, those who belong to minority communities, they were denied to give equal right. They were not allowed to get equal rights. Dr. Ambedkar realized that such practices must not continue, and justice can be achieved only if people are treated equally. Dr. Ambedkar also faced certain discrimination at his childhood only. So he understood how a person feels when he is being discriminated from the society, or somebody ill treats him or her. So he realized that these kind of discrimination practices should not be there in the society, and these kind of practices should be avoided from the society, and justice for all can only be achieved when each and every individual in the society should be will be treated equally. अगर सबको equally treat किया जाएगा, then only the pure democratic system can be made functional. Equality and justice. In South Africa, we can find people of several races: black native people, whites, and Indians. Okay, races, people, those who face racial discrimination as per the color of their skin. Because we know that in South Africa, people of different races live together. The country was governed by apartheid laws. Apartheid means separation on the basis of races as per the color of the skin. People were separated in the society. That is in South Africa. South African people were divided into white, black, Indian, and colored races, and apartheid laws prevented them from getting mixed with each other. Their people were not considered equal. They were discriminated in the society as per the color of their skin. And many of them, most of them, they were not allowed to mix in the society. They were not given so many rights there, like they were not allowed to vote. Non-white had to face several distinctions. There, the people, those who were non-whites, they used to be ill-treated in the society. They were not allowed to vote. Okay, in universal adult franchise that we know about, we studied in the previous chapter also. In South Africa, the non-whites were not allowed to vote. They were not participating in the election. They were not allowed to vote. Neither they availed other basic privileges. There were so many facilities from where for they were not getting all these privileges in South Africa. They were not benefited in so many ways. Hence, the African National Congress started a struggle against the apartheid system under the leadership of Nelson Mandela. So, under the leadership of Nelson Mandela, they fought for their equal rights. Okay, so that they get equal right in the society. They struggled, they did many movements together to remove the apartheid law from the society so that everybody can be treated equally. Nelson Mandela fought for several years. Finally, South Africa became a democratic country in 1994. So, after many movements, after many battles that were fought by Nelson Mandela and his team and many other movement people, those who participated in this movement, they fought for several years, and finally in 1994 they won, and in the South African country, the South Africa became democratic country. Now there is no apartheid. Therein people of all races are considered equal. Now people don't be discriminated there. People don't get discriminated as per their races. Now each and every individual is equal there, as they removed apartheid law from the society. There are fixed periods for the governments that are elected. Like in India, we have 5 years. In India, once the government is elected, it can stay in power for 5 years. Like I said, that Indian government is elected for a period of 5 years. Thus, people participate in the process of government by using their voting rights every 5 years. After every 5 years, the people, those who are 18 and above, they go and participate in the election. They elect their leader, their representatives, and these representatives work in favor of these people. People also participate by taking an interest in working of the government and by criticizing it when required. It is not like that's we have selected someone as our representative, he will always work in our favor. Sometimes it happens that he just do something else that is not considered in favor of the common people. At that point of time, the common people can raise questions, as well as they ask the government, the representative, the leaders about the decision. The government is answerable to common people. People express their views against the government's wrong decisions by holding dharnas, rallies, strikes, signature campaigns, etc. That I have already said that people go for strikes, people march rallies, people get other people also included in the movement. They just go for strike, they ask questions to the government, and through this people express their anger, okay, in these ways. People also participate by organizing themselves into social movements and seek to challenge the government and its functioning. These are the ways through which common people, they gather together and participate in social movements. This is the way through which they challenge the functioning of government. They ask questions to the government, and government is answerable to them. The government plays a major role in resolving the conflicts if they occur among people of different cultures, religions, reasons, etc. Now, sometimes what happens, if any kind of conflict takes place in the society, it is the duty of the government that the government should intervene in these matters, as well as they should try to resolve the conflicts by making the people understand the you can say the conflicts takes place because of many reasons. Like sometimes people fight for their culture, sometimes they fight to protect their religion, sometimes people develop conflicts because of their individual religions or reasons. Religious processions and celebrations can sometimes lead to conflict. It also happens that sometimes people, those who belong to different religion, they celebrate their festivals, and due to that also, not every time but sometimes, they become a reason of conflicts. Like rivers also, rivers sometimes they become a source of conflict between two states. Like suppose if one state is having a river which is flowing through another state, that state can say or can avoid providing water to other state. This is a reason through which a conflict takes place and people start fighting. Equality and justice are key elements of democracy. These are the two most important key elements of democracy. The practice of untouchability is now banned by law in order to bring equality and justice in the society. Earlier, the people, those who used to belong to the Dalit community, they were considered as untouchables. That also I explained you in the previous chapter. So in people, if they want to create equality in the society, the untouchability should be removed from the society. So now it is banned, and people, the government has made laws to that if somebody is practicing untouchability, that person can be punished. The government also takes steps to bring girl child on an equal level with a boy child. Earlier, what used to happen in the society, people used to give more you can say emphasis or more power to the boy child. They were not allowed, or they were not used to be happy if they get a girl child. But this practice also removed from the society. Now girls and boys, they both are treated equally in our Indian culture or in our Indian society. They have got equal rights. There are certain important words which came in this chapter. First of them is apartheid. It means that it refers to the system under which separation is practiced on the basis of races. Means the color of the skin. People were separated in the society. They were not allowed to mix with others as per the races, like the white people, black people, as well as the Indian people. Race, one of the main groups that humans can be divided according to their physical differences. For example, the color of their skin. Then comes representative, the person elected through people's voting right to take part in the system of governance. The representatives, those who were selected by the common people, and they work in the proper functioning of government as the representative of the people, those who have selected them. Participation, it means people's involvement in the process of government. That how they involve themselves in the functioning of the government. Conflict, differences between people of various castes, cultures, or creed. The conflicts may arise in the name of religion, reason, language, etc. Conflicts when people they disagree from others, as well as when they start fighting amongst each other as on the basis of their caste, their culture. Sometimes they fight, they develop a conflict, they develop misunderstanding as per their reason, religion, as well as languages. In India, we know that people practice different religions, they speak different languages, as well as they belong to different reason, and this is a reason through which sometimes the conflict takes place in the society. Resolution, solution of such conflicts, like different conflicts takes place in the society. Now resolution is something that provides solution of these conflicts. So this is all about this chapter. I hope you understood. We'll soon meet with some more interesting topics from your civics book. Till then, take care. Thank you and have a nice day.